What's happening with you guys? Bad enough video game. Bow. So we gonna be looking at. I don't know what the hell this is, but dark life of rappers after they fell off. Now look, I feel like I've been watching this whole rap shit for like ever since I was a kid, right? And my God, can this fucking wait? I'm sorry, I'm fucking geek. I'm fucking geek right now. So hold on. Right.
When rappers become famous, there's
There
only two ways.
I ate that cart like 8 times, bro. Like I was about to pass out like an hour ago, and then
They can go. Either they go on to cultivate a core audience who will listen no matter what, or they can join the laundry list of other artists who experienced what many would.
YB Namar is goofy. Is that Smoke Perp? Oh, you brought them from the grave. God damn, these motherfuckers died and went out sad, bro. Or these motherfuckers went out sad, bro. That's crazy. I can't see myself. You don't. Okay, there it is. Okay. Why is it like? Oh my God. Hold on, chat. I'm a little retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like my brain ain't working that much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Consider a fall off. Whether it's poor first week sales because your last album flopped, a crowd not chanting a single word to your songs at a concert, or because you had false allegations, a crowd not.
Oh nah, bro. At that point, bro, you have to you gotta shoot it up at that point, bro. I'm just being honest, bro.
Single word
Like,
to your
this
songs
is crazy.
at a concert.
If I ever go to a concert and there's nobody there, everybody and their mama getting hit in that bitch. I swear, I'm not going out sad alone. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going out hurt alone.
Or because you had false allegations pinned against you, a fall off can come in many shapes and sizes. But what happens after the spotlight gets taken from them? Do they lose their mind, start scamming their audience, or embarrass themselves for views online? Well,
Probably
the answer is all of the above plus more.
Who is that? What the
And it's
fuck?
tough for people who were once fans of them to watch as it all plays out. It's your boy Luesta, and this is the Dark
Luesta,
Life
my dog.
after
What's that
rappers
with you,
fall
bro?
off. But real quick, let me put you
My
on to
dog,
something that's
right?
actually been
Fuck.
meal probably through to pay the obvious and
Jock went from hit records
Young
to
Jock,
ride
oh
shares.
my, I know.
I know you're probably thinking
I go, bro, like Jock.
at the obvious answers to just get a job. After all, that's what the vast majority of us do to pay the bills. However, there are dangers that come with attempting to have a role like that once your face has been plastered all over TV, especially if you're considering having any sort of customer service job. To demonstrate this, look no further than someone like Young Jock. Back in the day, the southern rap mainstay made some major waves. His breakout track, Going Down, was a massive hit, with both his debut album New Jock City and its 2007 follow-up Hustlenomics peaking at number 3 on the charts. In chasing his dreams, he reached the heights of fame and fortune, but along the way, he got a first-hand look at the darker side of the industry.
Oh my God. Is this motherfucker immortal, bro? Is Diddy immortal? I swear to God, I've seen bro with Trump. I've seen bro with people now. I've seen, you know what I'm saying, people born in 2000s. And this is probably like, what, 1980 game? Like, how the hell he still alive, bro? Ain't nobody got him hit during that time, bro. Bro, and he looks the exact same age, bro. How old is bro? Like, I don't get
And
it.
that's thanks to his ties with Bad Boy Records and Diddy. In fact, he claims he saw some of the most heinous deeds firsthand.
I was watching Puff. Nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around her. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came on and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? So when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. So within like 2-3 days, she sent me a picture. I'm like, she done shaved her motherfucking head.
As is often the case, he was the forefront of the scene for a little while until he wound up as an independent artist. From there, he ventured into the reality TV world with a spell on Love and Hip Hop.
But somewhere along the lines, it looked like he fell on enough hard times that it merited him becoming a driver for a rideshare app.
And the minute that he was spotted, the public tried to clown the former star over his fall from grace.
I just want to ask a question. Are you Young Jock? Can you turn around?
I mean, I think y'all put that part together, yeah.
Oh, so
you must have fell off or something like.
Damn.
Fall off. I just felt like it's an easy way to get some easy money right here downtown.
Bro, why you telling us in his face again? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, oh, so you fell off? No shit. But like, you ain't supposed to. You know what I'm saying, hurt his feelings. No more. Leave him alone. Leave the man alone, gang. Cause y'all understand. Sometimes y'all don't really know what the hell is basically going on and stuff with the people and their lives and situations and all that. Yeah.
I meet people.
While there were naturally jokes being made, some people felt that he was treated unfairly by being put on blast like that. What is wrong with these people in the car with young Jock? Can you turn around so I can post your face online? He's a human being. How are they gonna clown young Jock for driving an Uber, but they need a ride?
However, in spite of the internet leaping to his defense, young Jock claimed that the whole thing was a misunderstanding and that he wasn't truly an Uber driver or anything like that.
Apparently, the company he was working for was known as Pull Up and Go, who Jock has since claimed that he has 30% stake in. And to him, it was important to prove that just because you were once a famed rapper, it doesn't mean you're above putting in a day's work. You have to show them what humility is, and that you're not too big to do the right thing by making an honest living. I think that's why
Young Jock, as my dog, bro. Like, cause everything we said, bro, this motherfucker real as hell, bro. Like, whatever he said, like,
a lot of kids and even adults go astray because they're too ashamed. They're too prideful to do something. The most phenomenal part of this experience from this going viral is the amount of support. In fact, later down the line, he went as far as to claim that the entire thing was a skit to promote the company.
So the dude that was...
Alright, relax. I can tell when the motherfucker acting, when motherfucker lying and shit. Your ass was not lying. You were being dead ass. Just chill, gang. Chill.
Actually in the car talking, he works for Pull Up and Go. The guy who was talking shit, him and the girl works for the company too. So I said, y'all sit in the back seat, I'ma drive, act like I'm driving, you talk shit to me. They was like, are you sure you wanna do this? Cause
so, yeah, that was actually the secret plan. Why would you admit it? Like, it don't make no sense. If that was a secret plan to get money, why the fuck you admitting that shit? You know why? Because it wasn't true, and you just want to save yourself, come up with like a quick excuse to save your reputation, your ass lying.
This could have a really serious backlash. I mean, people gonna really think you broke. I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, when they find out what this shit is, how it work, and it's gonna be cheaper than goddamn Uber and Lyft, and people can make more money. I said, how you think I care fucking less? I said, I'll take 30% of $1 billion subscription-based app any day. And we did, and that shit said, boom, that shit went through the roof. I get money. I'm like, I'm on TV, radio, I still do fucking shows. What are y'all niggas talking about? Like, you should know me better than that. What the fuck would I be doing driving a goddamn Uber? When the people who know me sit back and be like, that was some genius ass marketing. You was just willing to put yourself in the fire.
But even though he proclaimed that he was an investor rather than your average worker, the response he got spoke to the stigma attached to taking on a regular job after a prosperous rap career. Soon, he was shaded by 42 Doug and Lil Baby on the track We Paid, where he declared, coming out a legend from ATL isn't exactly cool for them to do, particularly because Lil Baby is from his town. But strangely, Jock didn't even catch the diss at first, and was playing it on his radio show without realizing.
Before I go broke like Jock. Which Jock? No, I heard Jock. I said,
he can't be talking about me.
I said, well, goddamn.
Damn, bro, is that, bro, listen, bro. That song, at least took the whole internet. That song was like top 20 songs of all time. Has to be.
They put two and two together. This the niggas in the Chargers.
That shit. No, I saw it.
And even after that, he insisted he felt no ill will about it.
Before I heard the words and all that part, I was just like, this shit, that nigga, come on, I love that little nigga. And I hear that shit, I was like, oh my God. I saw like, they gonna be 2 years of jail.
Did you know that though?
That's no.
Did you ever meet him after the fact?
I ain't never seen him. But you gotta think here, check this out. Coming off the radios, coming up, I wouldn't, man, listen, man. Y'all edit the nigga up, man, I don't give a fuck. That's home, I'm gonna hear that shit at home every day.
Whether or not he means it, Jock insists that he no longer wants to rap, and as he approaches his 50s, his mind is on other things.
I do a lot of producing.
Okay.
It's kind of like I'm not as passionate about rapping. So it's not like, bro, I need to just get in here and just do something.
You still perform your hits for the check, but you ain't going in there saying I'm working on no album, EP, mixtape, no shit like that.
Basically, they gotta get what you already gave because you're not coming with nothing new.
It's not even necessarily that. It's just like being inspired to do that.
Given everything else he's got going on, it's fair to say the dirt thrown on Jock's name for allegedly doing rideshare gigs didn't stick nearly as much as people expected it to. But for others, they just couldn't beat the allegations. Back in the mid-2000s, Roscoe Dash had some motion, with tracks like No Hands.
I'm sorry, I just zoned out for like 4 minutes. Holy shit.
Alongside Waka Flocka, making him a notable name in the industry. But his solo major label project, 2010's Ready Set Go, failed to make the splash he hoped. And after that, his career was left to flounder due to what he believed to be label drama.
Yo, what really happened? I was in a bad label situation, so I'm gonna say this just to set the record straight. Originally, when I went and did my deal,
he sounds like if a speed.
I did a management deal with Boom Man, right, from MMI at the time. He goes and gets me this deal, or
he looks like if Speed and DG has sex, gang. And Mr. Flight comes in on the threesome. I ain't gonna lie. Like, look at him. Damn.
Tries to get me this deal with Def Jam. The situation with Travis Porter and whose record it is messed up the deal with Def Jam through Tony Neal.
But you signed the Boom Man on the management.
On the management, but I didn't know it was a 360. See what I'm saying? So he really had me on the management and the artist side, or the recording side too, but I didn't know that at the time. 18 years old, I ain't know. When we get to the next situation with the furnishing company furnishing me the Interscope, he had already sold my contract. I think I was working on Can't Catch the Lambo at this time, or Demolition 2020. He sold my contract to that furnishing company and got out the way, but he had already hit my publishing too. So it just created a bad situation for everybody involved.
So he done got the publishing, the deal with the label. So he done already made his money. So he like, here, y'all can have him.
That's why MMI is not MMI no more, because he even fell out with the business partner. See what I'm saying? That's why I changed to Authentic Empire. That's really Roscoe Dash money that he went and started that label with. You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, so, and that's when the whole trajectory of what he was doing changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of to the wolves at that point, because I'm with some new people that I just met through a furnishing company.
Type shit, too much talking, bro.
As working for Lyft.
Actually, I'm gonna skip over this shit. Rory, I don't know who it is. Oh my lord, oh lord. Brr, pop, 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 pop. Rubbing off the paint.
Life after a run at the top. Because for some of them, the prospect of going back to a 9-to-5 doesn't compute for them. In fact, they decide to use their platform to try and make a quick, dishonest buck from their once loyal fans. For a brief moment, YBN Namir looked to have the world in his hands. Alongside Almighty J and Corday, his crew, who began linking up on Xbox Live before venturing into the real world, were touring the globe on the strength of the buzz around the collective. But after his comrades left him behind, YBN Namir's career has been a train wreck. Or a soul train wreck, to be more specific. Career has been a train wreck. Or
how much y'all wanna bet I get a Grammy for Soul Train? Oh hell no.
A soul train wreck, to be more specific.
Hell no.
Oh hell no, bro. I'm
he did the same shit I said.
They had to put my headphones back
No life
shit.
boy.
I hear the trash without hearing the trash. Why is this nigga talking like that? Bro, it sound like somebody playing your neck.
Ever since the track with the historically savage dislike ratio first emerged, Namir has been written off as a laughingstock. And now that no one is checking for him anymore, he's ripping off his own fans by flagrantly refusing to do what he said he would do for them. Since then, he's engaged in fraudulent IG giveaways, reportedly making off with $7K in the process.
So they posted this on their story, blocked me after stealing $7,000 from me. YBN Namir, gotta be the brokest rapper out there. He ran off with the money months ago. I decided to reach out one last time yesterday, and this is the DM conversation with them. Supposed to go live in 1 or 2 hours. Oh, I bet about to hit him now. So when we gonna get our money back? Bro, I've been going through real life. I'll get you your money. I don't even check my DMs. I'm not in control of any of that. I don't even know what bread you're talking about. I've never been in control of that.
This is clearly very shady behavior, but thankfully, he's regularly got his comeuppance. Back when Aiden Ross was initially toying with the idea of launching his own boxing promotion, he intended to set up a fight between streamer Annoying TV and formerly prominent rapper YBN Namir. With his buzz long gone and
20,000 is not enough for me. I need 4.5 mil. Give me 30 mil. You know.
and his crew long gone, Aiden offered him $20K to fight on his live stream. Yet when Namir...
Pretty reasonable. Imagine how much weed you could buy with $20,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. All you gotta do is fight. You don't gotta win. You just gotta fight.
Namir asked for 100 grand to show up. Aiden publicly ridiculed him on stream.
YBN Namir versus Annoying TV, but YBN Namir asked for $100,000, bro. Top literally laughed at the manager and hung up. You rappers that have not made a hit, no disrespect, stop asking for too much money, bro. You are not getting it, bro. You are not getting that shit, bro. No, stop. Namir, you're not worth $100,000. You fell off. You suck at music. You failed your music career.
On top of that wake-up call from Aiden, Namir has also been trolled on his IG DMs. At times, the results have gone viral, with the screenshots not only unveiling his minuscule feature cost, but how badly he's been rinsed by others.
How much for
How much for a feature plus promo? I'm Brady. 1K, brother. Let's get it. Sadly, Namir isn't the only one who's
1K? That's fucking motherfucker charge 400 grand a fucking verse, bro.
Gone down this immoral route. Among the very wave of artists that J. Cole was referring to on 1985, everyone knows by now how much his shows dried up long after his initial wave withered away. But much like Namir, he didn't let this deter him from trying to get money out of his unwitting audience. At one stage, he was setting up beat battles, which he charged $15 to enter. But according to those involved, it was just an elaborate scam. Charged $15 to enter. But according to those involved, it was just an elaborate scam. On his Instagram, he said that he got 650 beats, submissions, and went through all of them in 2 days, 5 hours each day. Even if each beat was 1 minute long, he wouldn't have enough time to listen to all those beats entirely. It should have been handled a bit differently if you're paying money to get it judged. All in all, they didn't organize this very well, and they surely didn't put in the time or effort for this event not to look like a big sham. Edit. I was told a lot of people had mail trackers and their beat wasn't open. Wow, if that doesn't make you think differently of an artist. As if that wasn't enough to permanently sour the public on the Dead Star rapper, he then executed a crypto rug pull as well. Initially, Perp and his manager promised a fair launch, only for them to backpedal and claim they were selling only to cover costs, but were in it for the long haul and it was time to build.
And with that, any last chance there was of him redeeming himself in the eyes of his audience were long gone.
But I haven't even spoken yet, bro.
This behavior is incredibly prevalent among the SoundCloud generation, with many of them who've since flopped and listing their massive online following. That they garnered at their height to rinse anyone that came. Among them who have been guilty of this is Skinny from the Nine, a New Jersey rapper best known for tracks like Love Blast and Jump Out That with the late PNB Rock. The artist fell off without ever releasing a mixtape, but because of the audience he'd accrued, he began scamming his fans, hitting a quick lick via fake promos. And while it probably brought in some money in the short term, it was ultimately counterproductive when you consider that everyone now knew he wasn't to be trusted. And since then, it's only gotten worse as it's become clear that he will assign his cosign to anything. These days, his account is basically the IG equivalent of the classified ads section of a newspaper. While it's definitely not a victimless act, scamming people like this is really just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the dangerous paths some artists take after the fame fades. Because for a few of them, life after the spotlight gets so dark that it ends with years behind bars.
Damn,
Briefly, Fetty Wap was once ruling the commercial roost, with an upside potential which seemed to stretch for years to come. With tracks like Trap Queen and 679, Fetty arrived on the charts as though he would never leave. But unfortunately, it wasn't built to last. This is something that Fetty essentially saw happening in real time.
I know for a fact I was clearing 100,000 every day. Now, the day I woke up and I only made like 40,000, I'm like, some shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, 40,000, 40,000, 40,000, 30,000. Hey, we want to book Fetty for 50,000. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, okay. This is what time?
This is the end of 2017. And I'm like, all right, it's happening. I'm like, this will shit start getting dark.
Left to fend for himself, those who were close to him say the label basically left him behind the moment that they felt there was nothing more to gain.
Looking on the outside, I hear people hate on Fetty even now, saying things like, oh, he fell off. And it's like, do you mean he fell off as in he doesn't make good music anymore? Because he still makes that quality type of music. But if a record label is no longer pushing you or they've got you on the shelf and they pushing somebody else, then that's the reason why you're not hearing him no more. So are you talking about fell off because you don't hear him no more? Or are you talking about fell off because his talent died died down. You know, and a lot of people don't understand that when they get the bashing or talking, it's like, what are we talking about here?
And once the money is dried up, Fetty Wap struggled to adjust his lifestyle. With that, he reportedly started selling drugs and wound up indicted by the feds. During his trial, his lawyer claimed that the pandemic meant that there were no opportunities to perform. Thus, his income was severely limited. He was sued personally, was going through a divorce, and was involved with a tour manager who was stealing from him. While the bills kept coming in, the money to pay them was running out. When it was all said and done, Fetty was sentenced to 6 years in prison in New York and is currently serving his sentence at a low-security prison in Sandstone, Minnesota. From #1 albums to incarceration, Fetty's downward trajectory shows just how bad it can get when an artist's career dies out.